Tonight at 5, why retail space in apartment buildings across the Madison area stay vacant many years after construction is completed.
Plus, how the conflict in the Middle East could soon impact gas prices here in Wisconsin.
And it's Red Ribbon Week, how the movement is helping people live a healthy, drug-free life. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Thanks for staying with us at 5, everyone. A wild week of weather is ahead for all of us in southern Wisconsin.
Rain, thunderstorms are possible, flurries by the end of the week. Take a look. This is what some on the east side of Madison were dealing with a little earlier today. You can see hail piling up along East Wash and Wisconsin Highway 30. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti now from the Weather Patio with more details. Gary?
You know, and it came in quickly, and it's gone just as quickly. Let's take a look at the live view from the WISC-TV Skycam. You can see skies are sunny now, and so is the Platteville Queen Bee Radio Skycam. So just about an hour ago, that storm was rolling through Madison, but you can see how quickly it's raced to the east and is dying out as it crosses into Lake Michigan just north of Milwaukee. And across the rest of southern Wisconsin, not seeing any precipitation. Now, it's possible we could see another shower or thunderstorm pop up at some point tonight or during the day tomorrow. In fact, 6-hour future track radar does show some showers and storms popping up in Minnesota and Iowa, and those could reach us late tonight into tomorrow morning. Last night, temperatures were in the middle 30s here in Madison. 36, the overnight low temperature. Most areas were in the 30s to the lower 40s, but current temperatures are in the upper 50s here in Madison, but to the south and west where the sun has been shining for a couple of hours, they're well into the 60s, and those temperatures will go up for tomorrow. In fact, right now, 60 in Middleton, 62 in Mount Horeb, but only 57 degrees in Deerfield. Look for skies to be partly cloudy this evening, just an outside chance of a shower or a thunderstorm in a spot. Temperatures will hold nearly steady in the upper 50s, and those temperatures will start rising overnight. That will lead to near record warmth for tomorrow. I'll take a look at our prospects for reaching record temperatures in just a few minutes.
Gary, thank you. We have seen an influx of people moving to Madison in recent years, requiring many new apartment buildings to be built in a hurry.
You might have noticed that in many cases, those developments include retail space on the first floor. Our Kyle Pazorski shares why many times they're staying vacant long after the apartments are built. Kyle?
Well, when you take a close look at Madison's new apartment buildings, you see this apartments above being full while the first floor commercial space is empty. It can be a bad look for some communities, but can also have long-term advantages.
They want to have a place where people can live, work, and play.
That's Mark Epley. He's an expert from UW School of Business, saying the vacant commercial spaces seen across the Madison metro are nothing new. Many cities, including Madison, have long pushed for mixed-use developments.
The municipalities sometimes require it in areas that might not have the demand for retail.
It's the demand or lack thereof in the retail spaces, which Epley says can leave communities looking less than stellar.
If you don't have the demand in that location, it's kind of dead weight for the building and dead weight for the community. Vacant retail doesn't look good.
Longtime Madison commercial realtor Heather Ewing says one of the biggest reasons why small business owners shy away from mixed use is because of the need for large upfront investments.
So if you are a new operator, that's where having the existing build out is really helpful, because otherwise they have to put in the electrical, the plumbing, HVAC, all the different factors, and it's very costly.
Outside of Madison, cities like Verona have seen their share of mixed-use buildings, with retail spaces continuing to go quick, according to Mayor Luke Diaz.
If the building's, pretty much fully rented apartment-wise, what's the pressure for the developer to fill the commercial space?
He says in many cases, he's seen developers sit on properties waiting for the right tenant who can properly utilize the space. In the short term, it may look bad, but he believes the design seen in mixed use bring communities together.
And it allows the community to kind of benefit from all these developments, because if shops come in, if restaurants come in, I think it's I don't know, like people like to go out to eat. I definitely do. And sometimes you got to go shopping. So I think it's really beneficial to the community.
Data from ReadyComp's Catalyst has found that Madison has a roughly 7% vacancy rate among retail spaces. Ewing says it's all a part of a national industry trend.
Kyle, thank you. A Madison man who went to the state capitol twice looking for Governor Evers has moved out of the state. In a phone interview with the Associated Press, Joshua Plesnick said he had moved to Nebraska to live with family. The 43-year-old also said he had no intention of hurting anyone and wanted to talk with the governor about domestic abuse against men. He was charged with a misdemeanor for openly carrying a gun in a public building. Under the terms of his release, Plesnick was barred from coming near the governor, the Capitol building, or the governor's residence. After 2 deadly shootings within months at the same Madison apartment complex, residents are demanding change.
In a 2-part investigative series, our Catherine Merck has brought their concerns straight to the city. Catherine?
Last night, our Braden Ross brought you inside the Harmony Apartments on Madison's east side. A mother who lost her son in a shooting at the complex back in July says the lack of resources the apartments have leave teenagers to turn to the streets.
These kids need something to do here. It's nothing to do here for these kids. Nothing. And if ain't nothing to do, they easy to get into trouble.
That's just some of the issues the residents tell us are creating a pattern of violence in the area. I asked the law enforcement and city leaders in positions to help support the area about what's needed to avoid another young person's death on the east side. There are a lot of people at this complex who are also saying that they've lost a lot of trust in the city and the police department after this. What would you say are the ways that you all are trying to improve that?
There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes that I think people just are not aware of. And I think people probably aren't aware that, you know, we communicate regularly, weekly about these complexes and, you know, communicate not just with each other, but with other agencies.
You can watch the first part of the investigation with Braden Ross on our website right now at channel3000.com, and the whole story airs tonight at 6 on News 3 Now.
Catherine, thank you. Today is the start of Red Ribbon Week, a week when students and adults come to commit to living a healthy, drug-free lifestyle. The national event put on by the Drug Enforcement Agency is dedicated to remembering the life of the late U.S. Marine and DEA agent Enrique Camarena, who spent his life dismantling drug operations. Since his death back in 1985, millions have pledged to live a drug-free lifestyle and learn about drug abuse and misuse.
I think the most important thing we do is educate our children that this is out there and that this is a problem. I think one of the biggest things that we have is reminding people that there is hope beyond getting any kind of possible pleasure you get from drug use.
If you or a loved one struggles with drug addiction, there are many resources available in the Madison area for emergencies. Contact the number on your screen or visit drughelpline.org.
After a fundraising and donation campaign earlier this fall, the Coats for Kids Drive is now distributing coats to the Dane County community. And we'd like to thank everyone who helped us, Clinky Cleaners, the Boys and Girls Club of Dane County, for partnering with us to keep Dane County warm. Distribution runs through Wednesday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. at the Boys and Girls Club Allied Family Center, and all to help those in need in Dane County.
We know when funds are limited and you have to make hard decisions between rent, car payment, coats for your kids, we know sometimes there are choices that have to be made.
If you're in need of a coat, you can walk into the Boys and Girls Club or pre-register at their website at bgcdc.org. You can also head to their website and sign up to volunteer to help distribute the coats.
President Biden designating Madison as one of 31 tech hubs across the nation to help spur innovation and create jobs. That effort is working to distribute a total of $500 million in grants to cities. The funds came from a $10 billion authorization in last year's CHIPS and Science Act to stimulate investments in new technologies. That includes artificial intelligence, quantum computing, and biotech. The program ties into the president's economic argument that people should be able to find good jobs where they live, and those opportunities should be spread across the country.
It's been 20 days since House Speaker Kevin McCarthy was ousted from the position, and Republican lawmakers are still at a standstill when it comes to who should replace him. 9 candidates are now vying for the gavel. They'll make their case to their colleagues behind closed doors tonight. The latest nominees include Minnesota Congressman Tom Emmer, who is serving as Majority Whip, and Georgia Congressman Austin Scott.
This is probably one of the most embarrassing things I've seen, because if we don't have a Speaker of the House, we can't govern. And every day goes by, we're essentially shut down as a government.
Internal GOP divisions have made it impossible for any lawmaker to gain the 217 votes needed to become Speaker. But Republicans are hoping to unite behind a Speaker nominee as early as tomorrow. They will hold a secret ballot tomorrow morning to pick their nominee.
New at 5, an off-duty pilot is facing attempted murder charges after police say He tried to shut down a commercial aircraft's engines during a flight. That pilot riding in the cockpit jump seat as that flight traveled from Washington to San Francisco yesterday. Officials say the plane's captain and first officer quickly responded and the engines did not lose power. That flight was diverted to Portland. It was coming from Everett, Washington, and the 44-year-old was arrested. He's now facing 83 counts of attempted murder and reckless endangerment. The FAA says the incident is not connected to current world events. The FBI is now investigating.
Important news for dog owners. The Food and Drug Administration is recalling Retriever brand dog food because of potential salmonella contamination. The recall covers all stages of mini chunk chicken recipe dry dog food. Affected products were produced on October 4th and 5th this year. The second line of the date code reads 3277 TFP or 3278 TFP. No dog or human illnesses have been reported. The products have been removed from store shelves.
Coming up, Gary has our complete forecast.
Plus, how the Israel-Hamas war could further impact gas and oil prices here in the U.S.
And a check of the markets with mixed numbers to start the week. The Dow falls 191 points, and NASDAQ adds 34.5. S&P 500 down 7, and we'll be right back.
Lately, we've all had to do more with less. At Chevy, we just want you to do more. So we continue to make affordable vehicles, like high-tech SUVs, our most capable trucks, and the most affordable EV in America. It's how Chevy helps you do more for less. Or qualified lessees can get this Equinox for around $299 a month. Or get 2.9% financing on all 2024 Equinox models when you purchase.
There's nothing better than a great night's sleep on a new Beauty Rest from Steinhafels. Right now, get a Queen Beauty Rest mattress for only $449, or upgrade to a Beauty Rest Black and get $300 in Steinhafels cash. The Beauty Rest Black combines the latest in sleep technology and luxury to give you the best night's sleep possible. Beauty Rest Black mattresses start at just $49 per month when you use Steinhafels' special 72-month financing. Shop in-store or online today at steinhafels.com.
Are record energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? With inflation rising at record levels and incomes not keeping pace, you might be one of tens of thousands of Wisconsin residents who are struggling to survive in the blistering heat of summer or the bitter cold of winter. While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today and call 1-800-506-5596. That's 800-506-5596. Or visit www.kwwf.org.
At Foster Funeral and Cremation Services, we honor legacies. Let us take care of the arrangements so you can focus on saying goodbye. Veteran-owned and operated. Experience exceptional care and affordable service with Foster Funeral and Cremation Services.
Clean, safe, fun. I wanted it all when we needed daytime care for Mom. Oh, Grace's new adult day center is so nice. Now she goes twice a week while I'm at work and loves it.
A Grace, caring every step of the way.
Coming up, West Side residents are left on high alert after seeing SWAT in their neighborhood last night.
Tonight at 6, we asked Madison police what was behind the large police presence. That's tonight on News 3 Now at 6.
Tonight at 6, after 2 fatal shootings at the same apartment complex, I'm taking the residents' concerns straight to Madison city officials. Find out how they plan to combat this pattern of violence.
News 3 Now investigates tonight at 6. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
In the Middle East, Israel is ramping up airstrikes across Gaza as a ground invasion looms. Now, we want to warn you, some images and details in this story are graphic. Israeli Defense Forces have also started limiting ground raids in Hamas-controlled territory. The Biden administration says it does not dictate Israel's military response, but U.S. officials have been pushing to prioritize the release of more than 200 hostages and the delivery of humanitarian aid in Gaza.
It is literally an hour-by-hour effort here at the White House and at the State Department to find out where these folks are and to try to make the effort to get them out.
Israeli officials confirm Hamas released 2 elderly women today. There are still many hostages held in Gaza, but their conditions are unknown.
With the extent of the war, concerns are growing that a wider conflict could impact global oil supplies. Gloria Pazmino explains what this could mean for prices at the pump heading into the winter.
Israel's military ramping up its aerial offensive against Hamas as the war enters its 3rd week. And now, growing concerns of significant escalation in the region.
Well, we have seen some worrisome attacks, and we got to do what we got to do to protect our troops on the ground, particularly in Iraq and Syria.
While neither Israel nor Gaza is a significant oil supplier, concerns the conflict will broaden to other countries in the region are driving investor fears of a possible tightening on global oil supplies.
Especially if Iran gets involved. Iran is a major oil producer. And if they embargo oil or cut exports, that could weigh more heavily on oil prices.
Brent crude oil prices opened at above $91 Monday, the international oil benchmark. So far, the fluctuations have not impacted gas pumps.
A lot of the seasonality that's pushing prices down is really winning that tug of war, and that's helping to keep gasoline prices declining, even as oil prices have gone up.
Patrick DeHaan with Gas Buddy says cheaper winter gas blends combined with decreased demand are helping to keep prices low.
The national average now below $3.50 a gallon for the first time since July 5th. And by later this week, the national average could fall to its lowest level since March.
In New York, I'm Gloria Pazmino.
Well, let's get a look at your first one forecast. An active afternoon in the weather department. Here's Gary with some pictures to share.
Yeah, this is a picture of hail from Christy Legler in the town of Burke between Madison and Sun Prairie. Pea-sized hail covering the deck there. Thank you for sending in that picture. And you can see where that storm tracked. If you look at rain vision over the last 24 hours, areas north of Madison saw some light rain, but you can tell where that heavier cell was, where it dropped between about 1/4 and 1/2 inch of rain from around Mineral Point to right over Madison to around Watertown and then to just north of Milwaukee, and then that storm fizzled. And you can see on high-resolution Doppler radar now the last of that shower thunderstorm heading out into Lake Michigan. And to the west, there's really not much going on. So things are pretty quiet, but we will start to see some showers and storms pop up farther to the west. In fact, 6-hour future track radar shows that we'll probably start to see some development across Minnesota, parts of western Iowa by around midnight, and then those will move eastward, probably reaching parts of southern Wisconsin by early tomorrow morning. So much of the night may be dry. But if you take a look at rainfall from 10-day future track radar, and this is actually through just Saturday morning, this Saturday morning, most of the rain is favored in the northern portion of the state. Perhaps as much as 3 to 4 or 5 inches of rain as repeated bouts of heavier thunderstorms move through that area. Much of southern Wisconsin probably looking at around 1 inch of rain. Some areas could be more than that, and some heavier showers and thunderstorms. So 3 things you need to know. We also could be close to record temperatures over the next 3 days. Not all record high temperatures. And then it'll be stormy off and on through Thursday night, and then much colder weather moves in. By Monday, Halloween, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week, we're looking for high temperatures only around 40 degrees. But as far as the records are concerned, tomorrow morning, the record warm low temperature is 62 degrees, set back just last year. I'm going for a low of 57 around midnight, but if that, we're going to see rising temperatures overnight, so it's possible that could be in jeopardy. The record high for tomorrow is 79, and we've got a predicted high of 76 degrees. Wednesday, we probably won't reach the record high, but the record warm low temperature certainly within reach, as is the same for Thursday. Record warm low temperature is 60. We've got a forecast low of 60. Record high temperature probably out of reach for Thursday because of cloud cover. And then as you look at future track, you can see on Friday the winds shifting around to the northwest, and that will bring in much colder weather as we head toward the weekend, and maybe some snow in the northern parts of the Midwest. Planning your night in Dane County, low of 61 in Mount Horeb, 61 in Waunakee, 61 in Sun Prairie. That's by early tomorrow morning. Across the rest of southern Wisconsin, 61 Janesville, 59 in Monroe, and 61 in Lone Rock. For tomorrow, look for a high of 76 degrees A chance for an afternoon shower or thunderstorm, otherwise windy and unseasonably mild. On future track, you can see overnight some scattered showers and thunderstorms, mainly in the northern portions of the viewing area. Then much of the day tomorrow should be dry. Notice those high temperatures getting up into the upper 70s. We'll see another round of showers and thunderstorms later tomorrow night. As we check out the rainfall forecast, again, heaviest rains not in southern Wisconsin, northern parts of the state, but still a good inch to an inch and a half through early Saturday morning. First one, 7 to 10 day forecast, unseasonably mild through Thursday. Friday will be a transition day, high of 64, then falling temperatures in the afternoon. Highs only mid to upper 40s for the weekend. Of course, the Badger game on Saturday. And then as we head toward Halloween, notice those temperatures. Only highs upper 30s to lower 40s, and nighttime low temperatures in the middle 20s. You'll have to bundle up the trick-or-treaters this year. As we take a look at first warn traffic, some good news there. Not seeing any issues on the Beltline, I-39, 90, 94 on the east side of Madison. Roads look to be in pretty good shape. Beltline traffic, about a 15-minute trip either direction between University Avenue and the interstate. Down Sun Prairie to downtown is a quick 17 minutes today. As we look at the outbound trip, that's 18 minutes. Middleton to Sauk City on US 12 is a quick 15 minutes today. And the Beltline to Janesville on I-39 90 takes you 23 minutes. That's your News 3 Now first warn traffic.
Gary, thank you. Next at 5, a common misconception could be putting women at risk for ovarian cancer. The screening tools doctors recommend after the break.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
With Chevy Silverado and Silverado HD, you can take on the mountains, or you can move them. With the power of up to 36,000 pounds of max available towing and the confidence of an available 13.4-inch diagonal touchscreen. Whatever your mountain, there's a Silverado for you. Get 0% financing, plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all 2023 Silverado 1500 pickups. Plus, get $1,000 cash allowance on this Silverado. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Get 11% off everything at Menards. A brand new Magic Woods vanity is the perfect addition to your bathroom. Magic Woods offers innovative, trend-setting styles that will surely bring your vision to life. Like this Brighton bathroom vanity for $229.97 after rebate. Breathe life into your home with Manor Hill vinyl plank flooring from Shaw. It's waterproof, features an attached pad for added comfort, and is easy to install. Manor Hill vinyl plank flooring is only $299 per square foot after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
No matter what kind of store you visit, no matter what kind of tobacco you ask for, it's illegal to sell tobacco products to anyone under 21. So remember to bring your ID. It will get checked. Because in Wisconsin, 21 means 21, no matter what.
The Madison Club. Elegance reimagined. Excellence redefined. Amazing cuisine. Iconic spaces. Join the Madison Club. Featuring premier event venues, stunning lake views, with golf and travel club privileges worldwide. New member specials available.
If you have Medicare and Medicaid, you may be eligible to get extra benefits with iCare's dual eligible special needs plans. Our members get $1,800 per year with a card that's loaded monthly to pay for items such as eligible groceries, over-the-counter items, rent, and utilities. Whatever you don't spend carries over each month. Call us today, and a licensed sales agent will help you find out if you're eligible. Rest easy. iCare is looking out for you and your health.
Trust your feet to Morgan's shoes.
Finn Comfort footwear is handmade from the finest of natural products, leather-lined and expertly crafted, made with great care to ensure a first-class product that Finn Comfort is known for. Finn Comfort, meticulously handcrafted in Germany and loaded with arch support. You can be assured that Morgan shoes will properly fit you in your new Finn Comfort shoes.
Comfort with style. Trust your feet to Morgan Shoes.
Morgan Shoes, Hilldale.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Breast Breast Cancer Awareness Month is coming to an end. We're taking a closer look at signs and symptoms you may not know about. Inflammatory breast cancer often does not start with a lump and may not show up on a mammogram. Signs to look for include an orange peel-like texture or dimpling of the skin, feeling of heaviness and tightening of the skin. You may also experience engorged breast and an infection-like redness or swelling.
Many physicians don't even think of it as breast cancer signs or symptoms, and patients will often get multiple rounds of antibiotics before they ever get to a breast biopsy.
The American Cancer Society says inflammatory breast cancer tends to happen in younger women under 40 and is more common among women who are overweight. There is no test to screen for ovarian cancer, but a new survey finds many women mistakenly think pap smears can detect it.
Bradley Blackburn explains how that belief could put many women at risk.
Katya Lezen has been diagnosed with ovarian cancer twice. The first time when she was 46.
My kids at the time were 11, 15, and 17, and I was facing the very real possibility that I may not be able to see them into adulthood.
Ovarian cancer has a 50% survival rate over 5 years. If it's caught at stage 1, those odds improve to more than 90%. But a new nationwide survey found 7 in 10 women wrongly believe pap smears test for ovarian cancer.
Pap smear screens for cervical cancer only.
Dr. Aoife Stitt says because guidelines now recommend pap smears every 3 to 5 years, too many women skip annual checkups that could catch potential early symptoms of ovarian cancer, like pelvic pain, bloating, or low appetite.
By not being seen annually, we lose the opportunity to screen for some of these subtle presentations.
For those with family history, genetic testing can identify risk. Lezen carries the BRCA1 gene mutation that increases the chance of multiple cancers, including breast cancer. It's knowledge that can help with treatment and prevention.
I elected to have a prophylactic double mastectomy that was fully paid for by my insurance company because of my mutation.
More than 10 years after her first diagnosis, she is living proof you can survive ovarian cancer.
Let's arm ourselves with the right information and be proactive about our health before you get that call that says, I don't know how to tell you this.
She says all women should see their doctor every year. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
According to the National Cancer Institute, nearly 20,000 women will be diagnosed with ovarian cancer this year.
We'll be back with a final check of your First Warn forecast after the break.
You're the people who make junk disappear?
We brought a whole truckload of magic.
1-800-JUNK, I love you.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
At Revamp, we transform your old beat-up concrete from this to this in one day. We grind down the concrete to open up the pores for a perfect bond. Then we repair all cracks and apply our base coat and chip and seal it with our polyaspartic top coat that will never chip, peel, or discolor. On top of all that, our coatings are ridiculously easy to clean and covered by our exclusive lifetime warranty. And right now, we're running our 60-60-60 sale. So when you purchase your new concrete coating from any of our Revamp brands, you get a $60 Visa gift card, plus either 60% off the installation or 60-month no-interest financing. And when you call during this program, you'll also get up to 10 carbon fiber concrete stitches free, which help reinforce cracks and stop them from spreading. A $350 value for free.
South Central Wisconsin homeowners, pick up the phone. Call 1-800-886-8411. That's 1-800-886-8411.
Do you suffer with pain, numbness, and tingling in the hands or feet? Commonly diagnosed as peripheral neuropathy? Are you taking drugs such as Lyrica or gabapentin that have serious side effects and often do not relieve your symptoms? Your doctor has told you you may just have to live with the pain. Peripheral neuropathy is a result of damage to the nerves, often causing burning, weakness, pain, numbness, tingling, and the most debilitating balance problems. Our facility uses multiple therapeutic methods to help give you relief from neuropathy symptoms with no injections and no drugs. You may start seeing relief after only a few sessions. To determine if your neuropathy symptoms can be relieved, we will do a consultation to evaluate the extent of your condition. Call us today to schedule your neuropathy consultation to find out if you're a candidate for our therapy. Call today.
Ruggability. We straight made that word up. How else to describe the otherwise indescribable, rugged, capable, incredible versatility and affordability of a Honda SUV? Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com calls Honda the best value brand. Car and Driver calls Honda the winningest brand in 10 best history. But we like ruggability, and you'll like the incredifantabulous deals, so see your Wisconsin Heartland Honda dealer today. Honda gets Wisconsin.
You're the people who make junk disappear?
We brought a whole truckload of magic.
1-800-JUNK, I love you.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
Coming up on the CBS Evening News, 2 more hostages released by Hamas. What we're learning about the Israeli nationals freed today, plus our interview with the IDF about the effort to rescue hostages and eliminate Hamas. That's tonight on the CBS Evening News.
And then coming up tonight at 6, we'll head to central Wisconsin, where a group of high schoolers are learning to harvest cranberries. We'll take a closer look at the process tonight at 6.
Gary's back. One final check of the forecast.
You know, we had that thunderstorm roll through Madison. Well, take a look at the sky now. It's sunny out there. Live view from the WISC-TV Skycam, the Platteville Queen Bee Radio Skycam, also showing sunshine out to the west. But the thunderstorm that moved through Madison now is out over Lake Michigan. Nothing to the west of us. 6-hour future track radar keeps us quiet through the evening. Could start to see some showers and thunderstorms maybe after about 2 or 3 o'clock, mainly north of Madison overnight. Current temperatures, you can see where there's sunshine. Those temperatures are in the 60s. Where there's been more cloud cover to the north and east of Madison, they're mainly in the 50s. Here in Dane County, Madison right now 59, 61 in Middleton, and 64 in the town of Perry. Look for clear to partly cloudy skies for this evening. Temperatures holding nearly steady in the upper 50s.
All right, Gary, thanks. We're back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6. CBS Evening News is next.